include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Juko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the Parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, it is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The Parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement that we'll be able to broaden our tax base and build our country together.
Buza Commissioner. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
The government's core mandate is to maintain law and order, safeguard citizens' rights, and provide essential public services.
Remember, one of the pillars of the roadmap is innovation and entrepreneurship.
There has been this question of how are you protecting our indigenous seed?
It's going to be a tall project that answers somebody's question.
The Front Bench has brought you insightful discussions on governance, security, healthcare, justice, and commerce.
Why do you go through this complicated procedure, involve the lawyers? You bring the case against him, the judge will hear you out and pass judgment, and you're out of court in record time.
We remain committed to keeping you informed and engaged on key national matters.
So these are huge, these are powerful organizations which now Uganda chairs. Why don't you come together?
If we haven't migrated to the e-card because of various reasons, including that not all the people of Uganda have smartphones.
You can sit in your house, apply for a passport. If you have a Ugandan who has a successful logistics firm in the US, it means he can come to Uganda and do a lot more.
Every Monday at 8:30 p.m. with me, Jethro Kasaiji, your interface with the government only on your public broadcaster, UBC, Inspiring Uganda.
Every Wednesday, live in our studios in the heart of Kampala.
We have to change the political culture in this country, really. Who has bewitched Ugandans?
I want to assure you, as government, we shall do whatever it takes to ensure that Ugandans are safe.
We have conversations that have analysis, explanation.
This law society, this union of theirs, because they want a job everywhere, they want to be this, they want to be that, they want... No. We know it's a union.
You cannot be making a road, bitumen grade 1, in Congo for 5 billion.
But Not every truth is fact, and not every fact is truth.
The argument that the General Court Martial is responsible for peace and stability is without basis, either in law or in fact.
We have been told how Napoleon was a great orator. Now, Napoleon cannot help me get food. They told me combine harvest in Saskatchewan. I don't know where Saskatchewan is. This is a geography we're taught. Instead of teaching me how to preserve Mabera forest, they're teaching me about Rhineland. This is a problem we got. We cannot run away from it.
Right now, you hear very disgusting stories of members of parliament. Instead of discussing the details of loans, they ask for their cuts.
Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public broadcaster.
We continue to pray for the families, the relatives of those that lost their lives in the accident that happened in Kampala, on Kampala-Gulu Highway. May the deceased souls rest in eternal peace, but also may those that sustained injuries, may the healing hand of the Lord continue working on them so that we do not lose more lives, but we have more recover from this tragedy. Well, so much is happening. We are focusing so much on the politics because today and tomorrow a major event is happening on the political calendar of our country for the year 2026 to 2031. Now, that is nomination of parliamentary candidates by the Electoral Commission. We had the internal democracy that was done and dusted, though we are going to be discussing some of its effect as this is happening today. But also just to remind you that Nkumba University will be holding their 27th graduation ceremony. That is on Saturday. This Saturday, the 27th graduation ceremony of Nkumba University will be at their main campus or headquarters in Nkumba in Entebbe. Now, as of today, they are having what we call a lecture that will be delivered by a renowned financial literacy coach, that is Mr. Newton Buteraba, and it will start at 2 p.m. So all those that are going to be graduating, they are having what they have termed as the commencement lecture today at 2 p.m. Please attend if you're graduating on Saturday. And a renowned financial literacy person, that is Mr. or a coach, Mr. Newton Buteraba, will be delivering a message to prepare you for the working world. So do not miss today 2 p.m. But away from that, we are back and I'm with a seasoned politician, a man who has been in Parliament, that is both at the East African level and the Pan-African Parliament, but also he was in the CA and then later represented a whole constituency. By then he was my MP. And I know this is not new to you if you've been with us. That is Mike Sebalu. Honorable, today is a day that you once went through, but of course things have changed. I want us to begin with, of course, what you saw they are done. We've seen Medad Segona and others, and in various things happening. But these are nominated to come and represent constituencies. Over the time, we've talked about quality of leaders. And people crack jokes sometimes. They'll tell you, they refer to you people when they see. Someone will tell you, Robert, I know you weren't following enough. But the quality of members of parliament in the CA. Then they come referring to various parliaments. And today, it seems to be drilling. Now, I looked at some parties, even within them, some who got the flag and others who didn't. Others were saying, but look, if I'm not being given the flag and it's going to so and so, people, we are coming to Parliament to discuss, to read and understand, and then stand on the floor of Parliament. And some are saying that as they look at some of the candidates forwarded by some political parties, that may even become worse in the 12th Parliament, the quality, the stature of members of Parliament, that may deteriorate in the 12th Parliament compared to what we had in the 11th Parliament. No wonder you find a few dominate the floor of Parliament, then others wait to come on media, on the stairs of Parliament, and that's where they do the needful, which then is irrelevant.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chirabo, my good friend and someone who has hosted me severally. Whenever you appear on the screen, and I'm in good company of other friends, I always say you are my claim to fame, because you guys get serious visibility from where you stand from as professional persons. Thank you for giving value to our constituency as one of our residents, or a son of the constituency. Now, let me also begin by extending a message of condolence and sympathy and commiseration to the bereaved families of those that departed in the tragic accident that we've just been informed about on Kampala Guru Road. We put the families in God's protection, and God should strengthen them upon this tragic news following that tragic accident. But it should also be a reminder to all of us road users to use the road responsibly. Careless use of the road leads to careless loss of life. And a case in point is what we've just witnessed. How do you overtake without clear knowledge of where you are going? Because it looks like it was a bend, someone is overtaking, the other is overtaking, both of them do very wrong sense of judgment and cause loss of life to that magnitude. So may the souls of our departed Ugandans and travelers in those buses be granted perfect peace in heaven. Now, regarding the subject matter.
Because we are, today the nomination is starting, 10th November campaigns.
It has started.
But there is an intention why you, people who are in the Constitution, said, let's have members of Parliament. Now, if what we are sending is not fit for purpose.
Yeah, definitely the leadership at all levels should be responsible leadership. And that begins with the office of the president that attracts quite high level of legitimization in time. And we have them in place, and they're already in place, and they're already in the field. We got nomination of the local government, and they are in the field. Today and tomorrow, we are getting nominations of members of parliament. That is a whole institution. It is an arm of government. Because for the executive, we have the president nominated, and whoever carries the day will have the responsibility of forming government by naming ministers, ambassadors, RDCs, and all executive appointments as enshrined in our constitution. So that is one arm of government. The second arm that goes through electoral process to assume leadership is parliament. From the people being nominated today and tomorrow, we will have the speaker